Hello YouTube and welcome to a special top 5 I did. Well, it's not a top 5, it's I'm a bit over a year back into wargaming now, and I've been spending a lot of time watching YouTube videos, reading websites, catching up basically. And I've been thinking, now that the past year was mostly Dutch Britanniarum and 40k, the games I've played and the armies I painted, did paint other stuff, but it was into that direction. And now I was thinking, and well, it sounds stupid, but it's still a half year till Crisis, but in everything. But you already got to start thinking what you want to buy. You have to prepare the budget for that stuff, because I'm not going to blow a month's salary in one go. Well, might save a bit of money aside every month, every paycheck. So that's the idea. But to that end, I've got 5 games at the moment that interest me a lot, and let's have a look at them. Well, I'm going to tell you because I can't show them because most I don't have yet. And then going to try over the period, introduce them at the club, get people to play it. Well, might be even sooner than Crisis in some cases, but we'll see how it goes. Now, the first one that interests me the most when I'm looking around on the internet, and I really think it looks great looking models. If I watch Let's Play videos from Beasts of War and everything, it looks like a smooth game, is the Blood and Plunder game. It's a historical pirate game, and you got basically 4 factions underlined, being the pirates and everything, the British, the French and the Spanish. Now, normally I'm always leaning towards the British, but I am going to get myself a Spanish force. I mean, the name of the units like El Lanceros and the Militarios, it just sounds so great to play, and with that typical Spanish sound. Also because we're a bit of the rubbish horde army, something different from my Space Marines and everything. So yeah, that's the game that interests me the most. Will it be played at the club? I don't know. I guess the people that we're preparing for to play Tombstone and everything with might be the same ones, or might be convinced to play that game. The second one that interests me a lot, and which is pretty feasible that it will happen at the club, is the new De Bellis Antiquatis rule. The 3.0 is out. 15mm, 20-25 points, you buy yourself an army of 12 elements and you can play. And I am seriously looking into organizing a DBA 3.0 tournament at the club September-October. Sunday on a Sunday or Saturday, we'll play some games. Also looking at YouTube at battle reports and everything, because it's been since first edition that I ever played that game. 30-45 minutes for a game, it's a good expectation, so we might go to 4 or 5 games in a day even, depending on how big the time span is in the hours. Now on the 3rd place, and I still have those models sealed in the box in the garage away with the rulebook, is still the 15mm by Fire and Sword. 2013, 12 or 13, I don't know exactly. People at the club said, we're gonna play that. It's the Polish war game with all the Eastern European Flames of War style boxes with bases and everything. I got a Cossack army, not painted and everything. We're gonna play that, and we're now 2018 and the first battle still has to be fought, so I might try to reawaken interest in that, because there are people with armies out there, they just need to paint them and play it. It's a doubt case. Anyway, that army will be painted, even if it's in the Analog Hobbies Painting Challenge next year, but it's going to get painted in the end, at last, finally, perhaps. Now the 4th game, and before you start, oh, you roll into his circles. No, it's a fantasy game by the weird miniatures Malifaux. I'm also a member of a second club, the Puppeteers in Antwerp, and they have a player base for that. And while I was more out of interest looking around on the site, I saw the Vengeful Spirits box, the Kirai set, with all the Japanese style ghosts and everything. I thought just awesome miniatures. So I don't know the game, I haven't played it yet, but once I get that box painted up, and then I'll try and get some games in. It's also a game that might lend itself to some events. I'm hearing with the people at the Puppeteers if they want to organize it, because they have the know-how, we have location, I'm a member in both, so it should be doable to arrange something. But that's, well, really a skirmish fantasy game that interests me. And then finally, on the fifth spot is of course Test of Honor, the Warlord Games skirmish Japanese samurai quick game. I know Patrick in the club plays it, for example. Great looking models, simple rules. I saw trailer videos and I saw it played at a club. It takes like half an hour for a game, an hour if you play like 20 plus points. So that's rather fantastic, and also the whole Japanese architecture, finally an excuse to start building all those dojos and that kind of building. So Shuri models, for example, comes to mind in great scenery. So those are the 5 games that I want to play, will start painting forces for, and hopefully successfully, always in doubt, introducing the club, being 1. Blood and Plunder, 2. DBA 3.0, 3 or 3rd place By Fire and Sword, 4th place Malifaux, and finally Test of Honor. So that's my list. See you next time. Cheers!